here. All right, brilliant. So welcome everybody. This is Mediumship Talk with Kelly Ferrero. Did I say that correctly?
You said it right earlier.
Ah,
It's
I
Ferro.
knew it. I was going to do that. Okay, say it for me.
It's Ferro. Ferro.
Ooh, Pharaoh. That sounds very, very
I
full of
like
energy. We have Kelly Ferro with us
Oh yeah.
talking mediumship. We are very excited to be together here now, and
So
we're
excited.
very excited to collaborate. We have been friends on Facebook for a minute, and we see each other, hey, like each other's stuff, and we talk and we ask questions. And recently, we actually did a gallery in Wisconsin, and Kelly was beautiful and kind enough to invite me over there. And I was very privileged to have met Michael, right? Mike?
Mike. Yep.
And he is a brilliant young up and coming medium that I was very grateful to connect with, and I can see the vibing and the energy between you two, and how you come together and bring healing to a platform. It was amazing and so
Mike
very
Pazorski, I think it is. Pazorski? Something like that. I always forget.
I'll from now on I'm gonna leave the name saying to you. I guess I'll
No, but
So
he is so great. You are so great too. And I was so honored to be able to do that with you guys.
it was, I love watching you read, which led to us collaborating in February, actually, no, March, in
Yep.
Wisconsin. We're doing a 1 day, yes, the 3rd.
Yeah.
And we're doing a 1 day that we're very excited to bring. And we are complementing all levels. So we'll be foundation, mechanics, and putting it together. So it is going to be an intensive. It will be a lot. But the most beautiful part is that it will have a bit of Kelly in there and a bit of me in there. And when we're talking about that, we're talking about how we put this together is what worked for me in my development in the stage that we want to complement with the mediums that will be there, and what worked for Kelly in her development and complemented the different levels of her mediumship. So we come together, we bring that together, and we're not here to say this is how it should be. We're here to say, well, let's see where you're at and what can complement you based on what was true for me. Will it be true for you? Will it not? Will I have something else for you? But Kelly, let's talk about you, because I truly really feel that the veil is thinner. And just watching you, I've been on this, journey for a minute, and watching you evolve and taking the platform, which I'll tell you what, when we took the platform, I would have never known at all that there was any difference with any three of us. There was a level of respect, love, integrity, and also
Totally.
it was very evidential,
Very. No, and the thing is, I'm just so honored to even be working with you at any level. I've looked up to you since the beginning of my journey a couple years ago, and I've always felt so connected to you. You are so full of love with no ego. Like you're so easy. You're easy in every way possible, and I just love that. So I'm just gonna thank you for inviting me and to do this with you.
well,
But I've been doing mediumship for about 2 years, I want to say, and I've always felt connected with mediumship. I've always watched those TV shows, and I've always felt a part of me always resonated with it, but I didn't understand how or why. And I've always been intuitive. So I grew up and everybody's like, oh yeah, Kelly's just intuitive, just like my grandma. And I've just kind of known things, but it didn't really come out until I started exploring mediumship. And I did a couple different courses with, including one with Lindsay, including one with you. And I worked with some other people, and you guys are just such phenomenal teachers. Like, I can't even tell you, you guys are just so amazing. And I think that really helped me pick up on this a lot quicker, as well as the veil being thinner too. So.
Absolutely. I believe that nowadays medium sensitivity are much higher than even when I began. when I began, because my students are like flying.
I know.
They're going.
Yeah.
And for me, if I was to place everybody in a box, and this is funny because this is how you and I connect, and we were talking about this earlier. We cannot be, no one puts Kelly or Lillian in the corner. No? And what we mean by that, guys, is do not allow yourself to be put in a corner in a box. Be free. You know, I sound like a crazy lady. But seriously, just go out there and just do it. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Allow spirit to lead. Allow spirit to guide. I mean, it was quite interesting watching you deliver messages because you were becoming the personality of the soul, and you would stand some sort of way, and your you know, verbal communications shifted a little, and it was just so nice. And I'm just watching like, wow, you know, she's making a difference in this world and the next. I can never ever ever get used to that because it's such a beautiful thing.
Oh, you're so sweet.
It's the truth. I'm not brown nosing. It's the truth.
You know, and it's awesome because your vibration is so high that I really feel like it helped me connect stronger as well. And I think that's why we're a good team, because we can help others. You know, people who are so intuitive, they don't understand that they can connect with spirit so easily too. They're, oh, I can't do this. Are you kidding me? I can't connect with spirit. Well, yes, you can. I've seen it happen. And if you have the interest, if you have the perk, if you have, you know, the passion for it, you can most definitely learn mediumship.
Absolutely.
And you can use tools for your intuition, your psychic. It's all the same dynamics as all of the same learning tools. And that's what Lillian and I want to teach you guys.
Absolutely. There is no wrong way. There is no right way. It's your way.
Yeah.
It's your way. And what we mean by that is you have to find your way. A teacher can give you foundation. A teacher can give you tools. A teacher tells you where to look, but not what to find. I love that quote. I love that quote because it is so true. And so we want to compliment people in Wisconsin. It's an area that, you know, I'm only an hour away from you. And so that's not too far. And why not collaborate? And also, I'm just excited that you're going to get going because you have a lot to offer, young lady. And when I say young lady, it's because that energy, that beautiful energy of yours, I love it too. It's so vibrant, like, ah, and you're so excited. And I'm not saying I'm not excited, but when I look at you, I see myself in the beginning. I was like, I would come home with like stacks of printed paper, and I wanted to know everything. And I would contact people and tell me this and tell me that. You know what I mean? So I see that in you, and that never goes away. It's like a high. You don't need alcohol. You don't need anything else. You're on a natural high.
I feel like a fire under my ass. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm just on fire that I have so much passion for this, and I've just seen so much healing happen before my eyes. Now, Lillian, 2 years ago, I didn't even know this existed. I did, but I didn't understand to the level that I do now. And the fact that I've seen so many miracles that make me like, I don't even know what to do half the time. Even synchronicities that happen, connecting with spirit and the evidence that comes through, you can't make this stuff up. So it fuels my excitement and my passion to know that there's a whole nother world out there that we have access to. And I feel like I wish I would have known this from birth, but you know, we don't. A lot of us don't, unless you're, you know, you're raised by a spiritual medium or psychic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. So I feel like when we say it's we and not I, the spirit world also joins us. So part of that we is not only you and I, it's also them. Who are the people that they'll want to bring to be awakened? You know, what does the spirit world want? What does this, you know, what does this world need? You know, I feel that in developing without saying, I need to get this, this, and this, I need to know this. Spirit world, you need to give me this. It allows you to be open for them to have confidence in you and say, hey, I can use that medium, because they don't see our physical body. They see our colors. And when they come, let's come in with a positive attitude, a positive energy, so that they can come in and they can feel confident. People think they automatically know what they're to do. People think that they come in and they know it all. And I got to tell you the truth, so did I. For a long time in my development, I thought the spirit world knew everything, that they knew how to use a medium. That it's not true. If there were people that didn't even believe in mediums due to religion, or they were more reserved personality, they're not going to go to the other side and change that about their soul. That is the impression that will stay with them. So when that presence comes into us as mediums, it is so very important to bring that in. And I saw you do that, and it was so brilliant. I was like, oh, I love it. Because sometimes we're looking for evidence, but the evidence is in the personality.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm talking about, Kelly?
100%. And it's like, there's a lot of things with somebody who had a life. I mean, you have the personality, you have their looks, you have the way they passed away. There's so many different things that we can bring through, including the soul of that person and the belief system of that person that was in the living. And and I agree with you, and I feel the same way about you, Lillian. Like, you just meld with this spirit, and you are the spirit at that point. And it's just, again, it's so fun to watch. It's so fun to watch everything evolve before my eyes. And again, I don't know what I'd be doing without this mediumship background. I feel like it has helped me in so many ways evolve my own self and my own personality and my own belief system. So I've kind of discovered who I am through this process of mediumship. So it's almost like I've just come out of my shell. Lillian, when I was little, I wouldn't talk to people. I would hide behind my hair. I was so shy. And there's things that we can do to kind of evolve who we are, to bring that out in us. I feel like everybody has a light within inside of them. And if we just allow it to come through and shine through, it changes us, and it can bring out our personalities in different parts that we didn't even know existed within us. Don't you think?
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like for me too, in my development, I realized that I missed out on a lot of important information. I feel bad. I went back to spirit world. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, for example, like if I had somebody was standing there, I said, I have a man, but I'm not getting a lot of information because I'm looking for the evidence. But really, the evidence was that he was showing me his personality, because he was not a strong communicator. He was just present.
Right. Yeah. And the cool thing about I feel like when we can allow ourselves to just be open and trust the process of everything, things flow. Things become easier for us to pick up on, whether it's in your own personal life or whether it's in mediumship. And a lot of the times we hold on to every single detail, and we have to control the situation. But if we just allow ourselves to just open up and be receptive towards the flow of light, everything comes together, I feel. And that's what I've done. I've trusted. Lillian, do you know how scared I was the first time I've ever done like a real mediumship reading? Like, shit stomach. But the when you trust spirit and you trust what comes through, you're like, wow, this is actually resonating with the sitter. This actually makes sense. And I want to be able to teach other people who want to use, this as a way to help heal others, whether it's helping out your family members, whether it's actually working with real clients, if it's just for your own purposes and just sitting in a circle. I feel like the people who know they have like strong intuition, they know that there's something more, and they can use this ability to help heal other people. And Absolutely. So I'm excited. That's why I'm excited to do this with you.
And, we're making it open. So if somebody wants to come in that simply wants to connect with a loved one, somebody that doesn't want to develop, they can still join us. They can join us. We prefer, obviously, for mediums to take advantage of this. We already have signups. So I'm pretty sure we're going to we're going to have a full boat. I mean, we're only taking 15 students, so
Yeah.
we're not taking a big crowd.
There's a movement going on right now, and it's a spiritual movement, and yoga, namaste, meditation. And I think people, the veil, like you said earlier, it's so much thinner, and it's allowing people to be in touch with their own spirituality, with however the way that they want to experience that. But more and more people are perked. They have a stronger interest to learning. Even at work, I have people talking about synchronicities and angel numbers, and I had an ex-coworker come in, and she's like, Kelly, I'm learning angel cards, I'm so excited. I'm like, that is so awesome. And it's getting to the point where other people are wanting to learn these things that I never even expected. So that, to me, it shows me that the spiritual realm is becoming thinner, and we're all getting in touch with this so we can learn how to implement it into our personal life. And it's really darn exciting to see that.
It really is. Now let's go back to what you said when you were younger.
Yeah.
You were not expressive. I was talking about that with my students yesterday, Kelly, that we choose our DNA. That's what they say, we choose our parents, because DNA has memory. And that memory would serve a purpose for you in this lifetime to keep you aligned, right? Yeah. With who you are. Now, had you been somebody that communicated, you probably wouldn't have felt that comfort once you really found this. Yeah. Wow, I've always been so shy, and now I feel like I'm alive and I'm living, I'm not existing. And so you would have had to be that person to be this person today.
And I think suppressing the anxiety when I was a kid, I think a lot of mediums have anxiety, and I think when they start getting into learning mediumship, it helps the anxiety. I feel so much better since I've been doing this, because I'm honoring what I was always meant to do.
Absolutely. And it's very natural. And I think Mavis says something very interesting. She says we start off natural, we become unnatural, and then we go back to being natural. Yeah. And I think we need to be careful about staying unnatural. Unnatural means we begin to analyze, we begin to want to understand, we begin to want to put titles on things. And I think if we just allow and we treat them like people with memories, where's our consciousness? It's outside of our body. That consciousness still exists. That consciousness still lives on. And at the end of the day, it allows us to be able, as mediums, to connect with emotions, thoughts, and imprints we can hear or just know we want to say from that person in this lifetime as they had their human experience. When we, as human beings and mediums, try to put too much of our human analytical self in it, we misinterpret. We misinterpret, and we might not sometimes get exactly what they're trying to say to us. We're not perfect. We don't know everything. And I don't know one medium that gets everything 100% correct. I really don't. And I think that if we say we do, I'm not sure I'll believe that.
And it could be the way we're translating things in our minds. It could be because they want to leave it the element of surprise. I mean, and then the spirit world, I don't feel knows absolutely everything. But they know a lot, and they have a lot of beautiful knowledge, and they're just, this sounds really funny, but old souls where they've experienced so much, and they have such an influence on us. They can teach us through their experiences from when they were living.
Which brings a wonderful point, which has been my big thing with my students. I have them commune with spirit outside of readings. And I'll tell you what, they become more confident. In the beginning, it feels strange and weird because there's not that validation. So you're like, I'm probably making this up. But you can't, because they bring information that's evidential, that you cannot make up. And then synchronicities happen to validate things as well. And I think that also why that benefits us is because there might be spirits that their loved ones don't look for. They don't look for a medium because that was not in the frame of reference to religion. They might not ever be able to speak to their loved ones. And now you, through communing with them and practicing, are giving them a voice. And when they have that voice, they're going to come in and talk to you because they're going to come in and they're connected to your colors. So if you're going through cancer and this person passed of cancer, they're going to take that moment. They're going to say, I know what you're going through. It's going to be okay. This is my story.
Yeah.
And I know that because my students experience it. I see my students. I see them evolve through it. I see them heal through it. It is amazing the support that we as mediums neglect to receive from the spirit world, because the only time we sit with them is to do practice readings or in a reading. And I am so humbled. Maybe it's kind of got my mind thinking, because she would always say in class, go back to the spirit world, go back to the spirit world. And I started really sitting with them and talking to them and asking them questions, Kelly. And it was very evidential, because I would get my answer, then I would go to class and I would have the students do it, and they would get the same answer or close to the same answer, or there's no way we can make that up. So at the end of the day, really as well, is building the tolerance outside of the readings, talking to them, loving them, and letting them really love us and help us. And that builds the confidence, because now they know how to use you as a medium. You know how you're used as a medium, and you can only grow from there.
Well, and I think confidence is a huge key factor in all of this, and trusting and surrendering. I want to get a tattoo that says trust and surrender on my wrist.
Love that.
I could be like staring at it. Just
absolutely. A reminder.
Yeah, it's so true. And growing as a medium within the past 2 years now, there's no time frame. There's no time limit on how long it takes for somebody to develop it, because everybody is entirely different. And within the first 6 months, I was doing, circles and practice readings. And I trained for a hard course 1 year, of different courses and different classes. And I think we're always continuing to learn. We're always continuing to strengthen our gifts. So we never stop learning. And it's important for people who are intrigued by this to feel comfortable and confident and feel good inside with, who we work with as well, because that's very important, because that's the beginning of our whole entire journey. And if it feels right, do it. Don't judge it. Just go for it. Don't even look back. Just run. Right, Lillian?
Without anybody telling you nothing. Skip to Malou, how you skip to Malou. Skip to Malou, how you skip to Malou. I was in the car today and I was listening to that one song by Eminem. Is it Eminem? And it's One Chance. You only have one chance.
Oh, that's Eminem.
And I was like, for some reason, Spirit said to me, you need to play this for your students and have them listen to the words. Even though some might not listen to that type of music, listen to the words that he's saying. In that song, it was all about how he was nervous. He was sweaty. He was even nauseous from being nervous. And he knew that was his purpose. But when he got up on stage, he lost all his words. He didn't know what to say, and that's exactly what us mediums go through, because we never know what we're going to say. It's all up to what Spirit wants to communicate. We didn't share the relationship with the sitter. The soul, the visiting spirit did. So we're very thankful, guys, to be here today to say that we're working together, because we hope to be an example. I don't look at Kelly like Kelly's any less than me, because that's BS. She's not. Kelly,
and I love her. Thank you so much. I love you, Lillian.
I love you. You are just as a wonderful medium as people say that I am. And there is no, comparing, or if I have something to say and I have advice to give, I'll say, hey, Kelly, look at this is how I see it. You take what resonates and you let it go. Same thing with you, with me. Look at, I do this, Lillian, But I think we need to respect each other, love each other. And I'm all for it. I'm coming up. Come with me. My hand is out. Let's go, girl. Let's keep it moving.
I love that, Lillian. I love that. And it's like, why we don't have to be competitive with each other. I mean, let's be on the same team and encourage each other up and up and up. You know what I'm saying? And
the mediumship world is a small world. It's a small world, Kelly. There's a small percentage of us. We have to love and support each other. Yes, our human feelings will try to come into play, but check them and push them back out. Check them and push them back out. It will try to come, but push them back out. Let's come to be together. Let it be we, not I. You know, let us connect and let us bring the healing for as long as we can and we're on this earth. So I thank you for coming together with me. If you are in the Wisconsin area, Kelly, where about? What is the name of where we'll be and where is that around, a date and time?
So, okay, so Kenosha, Wisconsin, and it's right across from the Illinois border, probably about 20 minutes. It's on Green Bay Road, and it's called Bodywise Wellness and Spa. And Christina, the owner, has been so amazing. So I'm really excited to be able to bring this into her wellness spa. You know, again, Lily and I, we have so much love and passion, and whoever decides to sign up, we know that it's such an important part of your journey and help you through this, because we've been through it and we know how to support each other in such a way where you feel comfortable and confident, and it's non-judgmental. It's a very open space and a very high vibrational space, and so much love.
Absolutely. And we're only taking 15 people. So it's a very small amount because we want to we want to split you guys up. We want to meet your needs individually. If you're somebody that is wanting to just understand how to connect with spirit, how to hear, feel, see, know how it works, what happens to the body, what is different altered states that you're going into, how we're going to use different techniques to bring you in and out, up and down, and all around. Be ready to work because you will be working. We'll have breaks, but you will be working straight through. You know, we ask that people come comfortable, bring water, we'll tune your waters. So everything about this space and this togetherness is going to be rising up. We're going to bring it up and stay up and give you tools so that you can keep up with it as well. And the beautiful part of it is Kelly lives and resides in Wisconsin, so you can keep on with her, working with her with circles, whether it's online or in person. I'm sure that she's, you know, working together. I'm going to put fire under her ass to create different little workshops and different things that she'll be doing. So it's nice for you guys to stay in touch in your area. And again, if you're in the surroundings, and then join me whenever I come out to collaborate with her. But we're really thankful for everybody's time today. Kelly, I appreciate you so much. You're a blessing. When I'm around you, I feel high and buzzed. We don't even need to drink, girl, because we're high all by ourselves.
No, Lillian, you're so right. Like, we just were like, bing, you know, we're high on coffee and we're high on wine, even though we haven't had any. I did have my no, I coffee today, but yeah. So Lillian, you are awesome. You are such a sweetheart. And again, I'm just very honored to even be talking to you and working with you. And it's very vulnerable when, you know, I'm still in the beginnings, not the beginning stages, but I just feel a little bit vulnerable throwing myself out there, and a little bit I'm just being real with you guys, you know, but it has such a strength about her that she can help. This is meant to be, and spirit will create miracles in other people's lives through this.
Well, I love you. I'm here, and I'm not gonna let go until you are where you want to be. You tell me, you let spirit guide. I'm right here. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's, you know, do what we came here to do, which is bring love and light. And whatever way that is, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to unfold. You and I are crazy enough to let it flow. So we're going to let it flow. We hope to see everybody. We'll provide you guys the link for the workshop. And again, it's going to be in Wisconsin. I'm very excited to go out there. Come join us and have some fun. I love you, Kelly. Bye for now.
I love you too, and I love everybody. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.